General Hospital spoilers for Friday, March 7th reveal Emma is determined to uncover the truth about the trouble Anna is facing, refusing to stand idly by while her grandmother is caught in the middle of a dangerous game. At first, her investigation starts small, carefully observing, picking up on the little details Anna tries to hide, and piecing together fragments of conversations she wasn't supposed to overhear. But the deeper she digs, the more she realizes that Anna is in far greater danger than she ever imagined. Someone powerful is pulling the strings, and the more Emma learns, the more she understands that she is stepping into a world she may not be fully prepared for. What began as a search for answers quickly turns into a fight for survival when Emma stumbles upon information that puts her directly in the crosshairs of Brennan and Sidwell. These men are not just ordinary criminals, they are forces of power and manipulation, men who thrive in deception and control. Emma's efforts to expose the truth make her a threat, and now, she is no longer just investigating, she is a target. Brennan, ever the strategist, recognizes Emma's intelligence and her connection to Anna. He sees her curiosity as dangerous and begins to take steps to ensure that she doesn't interfere any further. Sidwell, on the other hand, is less patient. To him, Emma is nothing more than an obstacle, and obstacles are meant to be eliminated. Their combined presence turns what was once a secret investigation into a full-scale war, forcing Emma to think quickly if she wants to keep herself, and Anna, safe. But Emma refuses to back down. She has always admired Anna's ability to stay ahead of her enemies, and now it's her turn to prove she has inherited that same resilience. Instead of running, she doubles down, using her intelligence and strategic thinking to turn the tables on Brennan and Sidwell. She knows she can't take them on directly, not yet. But she can outmaneuver them, play the game on her own terms. She begins working in the shadows, gathering more information, forming quiet alliances, and staying 2 steps ahead of those who seek to silence her. As the battle intensifies, Emma realizes that she is no longer just fighting for answers, she is fighting for control. Brennan and Sidwell thought they could manipulate the situation, but they underestimated just how far Emma is willing to go to protect Anna. The war has begun, and while she may not have years of experience like Anna or the raw force of someone like Jason, she has something just as valuable, her determination and her refusal to let fear dictate her actions. However, with every move she makes, the danger increases. One wrong step could cost her everything, and as Brennan and Sidwell tighten their grip on Port Charles, Emma knows that the battle is far from over. But she is no longer just Anna's granddaughter, she is becoming a force of her own, and she is ready to fight for the truth, no matter what it takes. Carly has made a monumental decision, one that could shape the future of Sasha and, at the same time, protect Michael's legacy. With everything that has happened in recent months, Carly knows that the stakes have never been higher. The people she loves are facing increasing threats, and Sasha, in particular, has been caught in the middle of too much turmoil. Carly sees an opportunity to change that, to not only protect Sasha but also to give her the stability she desperately needs. That's why she is creating a new role for Sasha, one that will allow her to build a future for herself while also securing the Corinthos family's influence in Port Charles. This decision isn't just about giving Sasha a job, it's about control, power, and protecting what belongs to Michael. Carly has always been fiercely protective of her son's interests, and with recent tensions rising, she realizes that now is the time to ensure that Michael's legacy is secure. By bringing Sasha into a leadership role, Carly is strategically positioning her within the family's sphere of influence. Sasha has experience in business from her time at Deception, and Carly knows that with the right guidance, she could become an important asset. Whether it's at Metro Court, in a new business venture, or something tied directly to Michael's legacy, this move is about more than just employment, it's about solidifying Sasha's place within the family. However, not everyone may see this decision as a positive one. There are those who will question Carly's motives, wondering if she is truly acting in Sasha's best interest or if she is maneuvering her into a position that serves the Corinthos family's power structure. Sasha herself may struggle with the weight of this decision. She has fought hard to reclaim her independence, and while Carly's offer provides security, it also comes with expectations. Will she be stepping into a new future, or is she being drawn further into a world she may not be ready for? Beyond that, Willow's growing animosity toward Carly complicates things even further. If Sasha is placed in a position of power, one that Michael himself may have once controlled, how will Willow react? Will she see it as another attempt by Carly to manipulate the family dynamic, or will this push her further away from Michael and closer to making her own power moves? At the heart of it all, Carly believes she is making the right choice. She is looking out for Sasha, protecting Michael's interests, and ensuring that the Corinthos family stays strong. But with so many moving parts and so many people watching, this decision could have ripple effects that no one sees coming. One thing is certain, Carly is setting a new course for Sasha, and whether it leads to triumph or disaster remains to be seen. Ned and Lois are at odds once again, this time over the tangled web of secrets and revelations surrounding Brook Lynn's past and the truth about Joe's identity. What started as a tense discussion quickly escalates into an emotional battle, as unresolved wounds and conflicting perspectives come crashing to the surface. Ned, ever the pragmatist, sees things one way, while Lois, with her deep emotional instincts, refuses to let go of the past that still haunts her. This latest conflict is more than just a disagreement, it's the beginning of a shift that could redefine their family's future. For Ned, the past is something to be learned from but not dwelled upon. He believes Brook Lynn has fought hard to move forward and that unearthing old wounds will do nothing but cause unnecessary pain. However, Lois sees things differently. To her, the past is not just history, it's the foundation of everything that has brought them to this moment. And with new revelations about Joe's origins threatening to unravel everything, Lois is determined to get to the bottom of the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Joe's identity is at the center of this battle, a mystery that neither Ned nor Lois expected to resurface. While details remain uncertain, one thing is clear, this revelation has the potential to change everything for Brook Lynn. If the truth about Geo upends her world, then Lois will never forgive herself for not fighting harder to uncover it. But Ned, ever cautious, warns Lois that digging too deep into the past could have unintended consequences, ones that neither of them are prepared to face. As their argument intensifies, so does the uncertainty about Lois's own future. For the first time, she finds herself questioning whether she truly belongs in this world anymore. The quartermain chaos, the constant battles over power, secrets, and manipulation, it's exhausting. With every revelation that emerges, Lois starts to feel more and more like an outsider, someone whose presence is tolerated rather than embraced. And as this conflict with Ned reaches its peak, she begins to wonder if her place in Port Charles is as stable as she once believed. This rift between Ned and Lois is more than just a temporary disagreement, it's a crossroads. If they cannot find common ground, their relationship, and their family, may suffer consequences they never saw coming. The truth about Brook Lynn's past and Joe's identity is a ticking time bomb, and with each passing moment, the uncertainty surrounding their family's future only grows. Will Ned and Lois find a way to navigate this latest challenge together, or is this the beginning of a deeper fracture that could change everything? One thing is for sure, nothing will ever be the same again. Isaiah and Jordan are spending more time together, drawn deeper into the dangerous web of crimes orchestrated by Sidwell. As they work to connect the dots, piecing together the extent of his corruption, their investigation takes on a new level of urgency. Jordan, always meticulous in her approach, knows that every step forward could expose new layers of deception, making it critical that they move carefully. Isaiah, with his own knowledge and instincts, is proving to be an invaluable partner, helping Jordan unravel the connections between Sidwell's operations and the larger threats looming over Port Charles. This investigation isn't just another case, it's becoming personal. Sidwell's crimes have left a trail of destruction, and the more Isaiah and Jordan uncover, the more they realize just how deep his influence runs. Every revelation leads to more questions, and with each answer they find, they also uncover more danger. But even as they dive further into the darkness, something unexpected is happening between them. The intensity of their work is fueling something even stronger. An undeniable passion that neither of them saw coming. The long hours spent together, the late-night strategy sessions, the adrenaline that comes with every breakthrough, it's all building towards something neither of them can ignore. Jordan has always been cautious when it comes to love, especially given the complications of her career, but with Isaiah, things feel different. There's an energy between them, an unspoken understanding that goes beyond the case they're working on. Isaiah, too, is beginning to realize that this partnership is becoming something much more. He respects Jordan's dedication, her ability to stay focused under pressure, but he also sees the vulnerability beneath the surface. She's not just the determined investigator she presents to the world, she's someone who cares deeply, who carries the weight of every case with her, and who refuses to back down even when the odds are against her. That strength is what draws him in, and the more time they spend together, the harder it becomes to ignore his feelings for her. But as their connection grows, so does the danger. Sidwell is not the kind of man who lets people dig into his affairs without consequences. The closer Isaiah and Jordan get to the truth, the more they put themselves at risk. They both know that if Sidwell realizes how much they've uncovered, he won't hesitate to strike back. And yet, despite the looming threats, neither of them is willing to walk away. As the tension reaches its peak, Jordan and Isaiah are forced to make a choice, not just about the case, but about each other. Can they afford to let their feelings take over in the midst of such a dangerous pursuit? Or is their growing love the very thing that will give them the strength to take Sidwell down once and for all? With the investigation reaching its breaking point and emotions running higher than ever, one thing is certain, Isaiah and Jordan are no longer just working together. They are fighting side by side, not just against a criminal empire, but for something much bigger, the chance to finally embrace the undeniable love that has been growing between them. Brook Lynn is about to find herself in the hot seat as a new wave of tension erupts, threatening to shake up everything she thought she had under control. What starts as a shift in dynamics quickly turns into a full-blown storm when Lulu begins to receive unexpected news that could change the way she sees both Dante and Brook Lynn forever. With emotions running high and long-buried secrets coming to light, Brook Lynn is now facing not only the weight of her past but also a confrontation she never saw coming. Lulu's return to the picture is already creating shockwaves, but it's the information she has uncovered that is truly sending everything into chaos. As she pieces together the truth, she realizes that there are details about Dante and Brook Lynn's past that she never fully understood, things that had been hidden, rewritten, or simply left unspoken. This revelation doesn't just hurt Lulu, it fuels a fire within her, one that has been simmering ever since she was forced into a coma and left to watch her world move on without her. Now that she's back, she isn't just picking up where she left off, she's ready to take action. For Brook Lynn, this is a nightmare she never wanted to face. She thought she had finally moved past the mistakes of her past with Dante, that their history was something they had buried long ago. But with Lulu back and demanding answers, there is no avoiding it anymore. The weight of their shared past, the regrets, the moments of betrayal, and the lingering consequences of their choices are all being dragged into the light. And the worst part? Lulu isn't just looking for closure, she's looking for justice, for retribution, for a way to reclaim what was taken from her. Dante finds himself caught in the middle of a battle that he never wanted to fight. His loyalty to Lulu is undeniable, she was the love of his life, the woman he built a future with. But Brook Lynn is a part of his past, someone who has played a complicated yet significant role in his life. And now, as their history is exposed in ways he never intended, Dante is forced to confront the painful reality that the choices he made years ago are still shaping his present. As tensions rise, Lulu's anger turns into something far more explosive, a direct attack on Brook Lynn's integrity, her character, and her place in Dante's life. This isn't just about the past anymore, it's about everything that has happened since. Lulu sees Brook Lynn as a threat, not just to her history with Dante, but to the life she thought she would return to. And now that she's awake, she refuses to sit back and let Brook Lynn take what she believes is rightfully hers. But Brook Lynn isn't about to go down without a fight. She has worked too hard to become the woman she is today, and she isn't going to let Lulu's return erase all of that. As she takes the heat, she knows she has a choice. Does she stand her ground and prove that she belongs in Dante's life, or does she walk away before the battle destroys everything she has built? As this war between Lulu and Brook Lynn escalates, everyone around them is forced to take sides. Old wounds are reopened, new alliances are tested, and the balance of power in Port Charles is once again shifting. But one thing is clear, Brook Lynn is no longer just fighting for herself. She's fighting for her future, for her place, and for the right to move forward without being chained to the mistakes of her past. And with Lulu refusing to back down, this is a fight that will push both women to their limits. The question now is, will Brook Lynn survive the heat, or will Lulu's return burn everything down in its wake? One thing is certain, this is only the beginning of a war that will leave no one unscathed.